Welcome to the Bougie Black Brother Network. Welcome back to Car Wax. This is Michael, your Bougie Black Brother, and this is part 2 of our music review of Tory Lanez and XXXTentacion. But we're back for the second half for Tory Lanez.
Tory.
Didn't really listen to the guy. Didn't really thought I had a need to listen to him.
Okay.
Because I always hear him in the lanes with the other R&B singers slash slight rap in there. I cut this on, and that was I'm alternating between here and XXXTentacion, and then a couple of other ones, but them two, they on the rotation because this is very impressive to me. Because again, I don't know him like that. Okay. I may have heard a track or two from him and go, yeah, okay. But to hear the whole thing and what he really does, and if this, because this is the only one that I didn't go back and have an opportunity to listen to his old stuff. Because I kept listening to this one, because I had them two just on rotation. And then when I was doing the Tech Nine and listening to that a little bit, then I went back to these two here, so, and then the Prime, and then I went back to these two again. But this was a fun album for me, man. This was just fun. He was okay. He rapped really well on there. His singing shit was on point. The production was bright. You know what I mean? It was bright and hey, cool. It wasn't like dreary. It wasn't kind of like, let's go real hard on this motherfucker right here. It was enjoyable. And you don't get a lot of enjoyable type R&B or enjoyable type rap on that end. And he was right in between, giving me a good balance between the two, which was weird. You know what I mean? And I was just pretty surprised. The Future shit that was on there, I was like, God, listen, Future was on that bitch. Damn. And then Manzo on that motherfucker, and Fabulous, and Wiz Khalifa, and I was like, damn. Yeah, a couple motherfuckers on here. 50 Cent show up on that bitch.
Yeah, he sure did.
I was like, wow, okay. But it was a good balance, bro. And I I don't know if his other shit is like that too, but for me, it kept it in my rotation. And he was talking about how these motherfuckers bite my style. You know what I'm saying? This is what I started with, and y'all motherfucker with the bald heads, with trying to do this, with the singing. This is me, motherfucker. And then when you said, yeah, check this out, he's one of the Canadian boys too. Then I was like,
yeah, he's part of the city. So don't initially be like, oh man, this is whack, man. He's man,
oh motherfucking Canadians, yo.
Right. That's why I was just like, hold up, before you get even that in your head, just take a listen and take into account. Like New York artists sound like New York artists, like Atlanta artists sound like Atlanta artists. Understand. You have to take that into account. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
And I did. So, honestly, I didn't. I just said, I like this. Okay. And then when I started listening to it closely, I was like, it sounded a little Drake type shit up in this motherfucker. And then you was like, understand, it's a Canadian one. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, Toronto bound.
Yep.
Yeah, out the 6. So yeah, I totally agree, man. For me, I popped it in and I enjoyed it, man. I called it road trip music.
Yep.
I thought it was something you can just pop on and be like, and literally just ride to. Just be like, okay, this is cool. Did it give me enough content? He was going there. Mm-hmm. Lyrically, he's definitely better than Drake. Lyrically, he gives you more content at the same time. I would say it like that. You know, Drake kind of throws it in here and there because he sells so many things. You know, he can't just give it to you. You know, so but Tory was able to, you know, he had the story with I think he had 2 stories on there, but the one story with 50 Cent featured on there, that was a great story. You know, the way he put that together was like, okay, this is nice. You know, I appreciate that. You know, again, lyrics for me. You know, it did. As the more I listened to it, it did kind of like, oh man, he sound like The Weeknd on this one, or oh man, he sound like Blase Blah on this one. You know, so it was. Unfortunately, it kind of bothered the whole album as a whole.
Really?
You know, it was kind of, man, just a bit. It was like, oh man, even the talk rap, because Drake don't do that no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this though. Isn't that
don't
the
talk
same...
about Big Sean. Don't talk about Big Sean, man. Please don't talk about Big Sean. No.
All right. So another example then. You have a lot of Atlanta rappers that does the same fucking thing, man. So, you know I was going there, right?
I knew he was going there.
So
I knew it.
So you got the same thing with Atlanta rappers, yo. So they doing the same shit. They just doing it slightly different. Or if you listen to their whole fucking album, man, these motherfuckers trying to sound like Future and shit. What the fuck? These motherfuckers trying to sound like... And you got them sounding that way. I still give him the respect because... I just saying, this was entertaining for me. I didn't give a damn who he sounded like. I think the whole thing was just so entertaining that I was able to just take it in and ride with it. Because, you know, I got a 45-minute ride to work. So if I'm not listening to podcasts and I just really want to, especially in the morning when I'm fucking sleepy, I try to put something upbeat that I'm kind of like, oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I like this cut. And I can just roll with it. And this is what this done for me. And it's a nice writing album. And the singing kind of was like, damn, that's pretty cool. And then when he started rapping, I enjoyed that a lot more because he was singing in so much of the other ones. So when he started to rap, I enjoyed that more. And that's how I kind of played on this album. 18 cuts, an hour and 10 fucking minutes.
Man, that's somebody who could paint a whole wall.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Not just one of the squares and be like, when you going to come back? Well, you know what?
It don't matter how big the canvas is.
Mm-hmm.
I can make it happen.
Yep, I can feel it.
Mm-hmm. True story. I can dig that. Yeah. I can definitely dig that. I think to your point, man, I think he was selling swag. You know, I think he's a swag seller.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
but I liked it though.
There's nothing wrong with that. Exactly.
Yeah, I liked it.
There's nothing with Ty Dolla $ign. He's a swag seller.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get into his album last year. It didn't make the cut. I just said it like that. But maybe this year he'll drop something. But again, that's what differentiates him from other artists. Even though to your point, even though he sounded like Weeknd, on that, you got to give him credit for that.
Right.
All the songs, they were cool, man. They fit. Everything fit together very well.
Yep.
You know, I didn't have any problems how the production and the track list was put together.
The features.
Very nice product, man.
You was good with the features?
Thought he could have kept most of the features. I would have been good with a 12 album. I would have been good with a 12 album song and maybe Future. You could have kept Future on that. You know what I'm saying?
So you didn't like the 50 Cent one?
You didn't need 50 on the cut. He wasn't even talking about the story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But the only reason he was on the cut because at the end of the last track before that, he said the same thing that 50 said on the beginning on the first track. It wasn't necessary. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay. He's good enough to sing and rap the whole album. You know what I'm saying?
On his own.
But he did it for clout. I think he did it more for you know what I'm saying? I know I can do this on my own, but you know, I'm just as good as Drake or Chris Brown, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So here's a couple features for you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's the thing too. A lot of artists now is like, let me put a couple of people that y'all know and it'll pop. Oh, guess what? 50's on that bitch. Oh, let me check this album out. oh, Future's gonna be on his next one. Yeah. Oh shit. Like Future's doing a fucking Superfly movie and shit. He's a fucking executive producer on that bitch.
Yeah,
I'm like, what the fuck? But again, because name recognition, and to your point, I don't think he needed these features, but I was okay with them. To your point, did he need them? No, not really. Were they okay? Yeah, it didn't hurt him. It didn't say like, why the fuck you put? Because there's a lot of people that you say, man, why the fuck you put this motherfucker on? Or he got on and he was so lazy, man. That was just a lame ass verse. You just put him on there for the hell of it. No, I think they showed up and they contributed. I just say they contributed.
Right.
It wasn't a standout. Nobody really stand out. I think Future did really well on there, but I think everybody else, they was okay.
So, yeah, I mean the Wiz Khalifa track was nice. I did like the Wiz Khalifa track. It was refreshing to hear him. He wasn't over, but wasn't under. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, okay, that's cool. I like that. Yeah. But yeah, other than that, man,
damn, dude. All right, that's cool. So what are you gonna give it?
So for me, great product, man. I like I said, man, I can definitely pop it in with anybody in the car. Maybe not my homeboys. I'm still popping in. I still put in Black Panther. All else goes, and I'm popping in Black Panther. Mm-hmm. But I give it an 8 even.
Yep.
I give it an 8 even, man. I was gonna give it a very high 7.
Wow.
But and I've been debating about it, man. But I give it the respect because the singing was nice.
Yep, it was.
Yep. It was, and the rapping was just as good as the singing.
Yep.
Not better. You know what I'm saying? And it was pretty much just even. Right, you know what I'm saying? He was able to perfect both at a level to where you're like, okay, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? And I just think he could have kept the features, but for the industry and probably the label, that was necessary. And I'm okay. And I'm okay with that. So I had to give it an even 8.
And then think about it too. I just thought about that. Some of these people probably need to be on some features. They have a need for it.
Right.
So it's not I need you on there. It was like, yo, man, I like a new release. Hey, could I get on? You're like, oh yeah, come on through. Yeah.
Like the Nav track. The Nav track was cool. Mm-hmm. The Dance for Me.
Yeah.
Real cool.
Yeah. That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad at all.
But he could have used Nav could have used that on his album, or they could have used that as a single. And then it didn't have to be on there. Right. You know what I'm saying? On some real. But shout out to Play Picasso because he did majority of the album. Okay. You know what I'm saying? He produced tracks the whole 4 tracks.
So you said what's the name? Play Picasso?
Play Picasso.
Okay, Play Picasso. Okay.
Yeah.
So other than 3 tracks, his ass really
maybe 5. Maybe I'd say 5. I'm just
thinking about 5. You might as well say he did the whole album.
Yeah.
Because
for sure.
if you break down the 5, those 5 may be average. Then he held the album. He could have held the album. But I think the whole album was still fine. I'm gonna go with your 8 because that's how I had it. Because I enjoyed it. Was it like, oh man, lyrically he just fucking, or wow, his voice is just so. Nah, it was okay. Right. It was good. It was a really good release. So if someone say, man, did you hear that? Yep. I said, it's pretty cool. You can ride with that shit. You're pretty cool. You sitting with your homeboys going down the south side. You're not putting this bitch on. But what you're doing is, a couple of ladies, they're going to ride with this. Because that's a good mixture and layback shit that you can ride with.
Exactly. True story.
Yep. So, yeah. So, I was glad for these 2. And, when I kind of threw it out, say, well, which one should we put with that? And he was like, nah, that Tory and XX, then those will go really well. And I think they did. But with me, the impressive XXXTentacion and then how I enjoyed both of these because I was playing them back to back. I was just rolling whatever. And when I just wanted to fucking rock out, I was just, let me put an Extension on because that shit was hard. So, but two good, impressive releases for me, and I enjoyed them both. And I'm hoping to hear more coming up because I think some people are gonna have to start coming out soon. And I think you was telling me what the summer release is coming.
Yeah. Oh man, there's a bunch of stuff, man. Drake gonna sneak one on you. He about to drop another single.
So then you had that one with the Migos, right?
What's that?
Didn't Drake have a release with the Migos?
Yeah, that was the Walk It Like I Talk It. Mm-hmm. Walk It Like I Talk It. Yeah, that was just the video and from the culture too. That's not gonna be on the Drake album though.
No. What I'm saying is he's probably giving you a setup to say, hey, look, when I have my shit.
He's about to drop another single. He's definitely finna drop another single within I would say the next month, but I'm definitely thinking the next couple of weeks. So he's coming up. Shrimp Life coming up with Shrimp Life. Ray Shrimart, Shrimp Life 3. They coming up. My homie Don Tripp is gonna be dropping something that's gonna be nasty. It's called Christopher. Y'all got an opportunity to check that out when that come out. And then man, actually this week, Rich the Kid is dropping something. I can't. The World Is Yours. That's gonna be Rich the Kid. But what's out now? Make sure y'all check out if y'all some real underground hip hop heads. I'm talking about like old school hip hop, like 90s hip hop heads, like late 90s, early 2000 hip hop heads. MF Doom got a collaboration with Czarface. Yeah,
with who?
With Czarface. It's called Czarface meets Metalface.
Yeah, Metalface Doom.
Right, and Czarface is actually Inspector Deck.
Protect your neck.
Yeah, Inspector Deck and another cat called Estroteric.
Yeah, yep.
You know, and I'm saying they're doing the cuts together. Don Q got a new mixtape called Don Talk. That's actually pretty decent. I actually haven't heard it yet, but I've heard some good news about it. It actually just dropped like maybe today or yesterday. And then Diplo's a producer. Diplo Dawkins. I don't know if y'all know who that is. Gotta do some history on that. Google Diplo out. He just dropped something called California. It's a very short, you know what I'm saying, EP. It's called California EP. So it's very short and sweet. You know, got a lot of young artists on it. If you like the young artists or you want to check out the young artists, you know, check this out. But more importantly, if y'all ain't doing nothing for about an hour and a half, make sure y'all go to Tidal, Rap Radar, and go check out that 2 Chainz interview with Elliott Wilson. Elliott Wilson, I wish to be like you when I grow up. I promise. But that 2 Chainz interview on Rap Radar, you can check it out on YouTube too, is fire. Really? I'm talking about he's dropping jewels on jewels on jewels. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's an hour and a half long, man. It's what's up. It's really what's up. 2 Chainz is in his prime right now, man. He got that golden aura around him right now, man. He can't really be stopped.
And there's people just want him. I mean, that's why he's showing up in so much features here and there. I mean, he's just in demand because, he's in his prime, and people want to get him before his shine go down.
Yeah. Oh, Cardi B released the album. About to release her album. That's coming out on April 6th.
Cardi B.
Yeah, it's called Invasion of Privacy. So be looking out for that.
So lots of stuff.
Yeah.
That, so I didn't get to that. I wanted to actually saturate myself with the ones we was reviewing, and I was just feeling them. I'm not gonna not do it because I'm looking forward to what he's got to put out compared to what he did last year. So don't say anything. I wanna take it raw, and then we'll talk through that, and then we'll find a matchup to that. But
those are just some side noters, man. We ain't gonna be able to do everything. I just wanted to kind of bring a few things up if y'all wanted to catch up, and let us know what you think about those if you checked those out already, and feel free to comment below.
Yep. Cool. So check us out on what's that? Instagram and Twitter. Bougie Black Bro. Check out my interview with Ian and Taryn from California. They wanted me on for some wine, and we kind of get our opinions on some rap artists from the Long Beach area, because he's a big fan of rap that's out there. Let him know we had our interview, and I had my opinions on that, but it was all cool. So check that out on YouTube. Ian and Taryn interview, and we talk about a little Nipsey Hussle. He's a big fan of Nipsey, and had a little quick discussion on that. And
you gotta be careful how you say that man Nipsey name, man.
I know.
Hey, I'm just trying to tell you. Look, masterpiece album, man. And I'm not gonna let that go. West Coast needed that. West needed that, man, for real. And he stepped up to the plate and he hit a home run, man. He hit a home run for the city. For the city, I know the city ringing. I know the city loving it like a Jay-Z album, for real. But I'm personally one of his fans too. So
good for the coast, as you said, and the city. To your point. But check this out. Check our podcast, Car Wax, on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, everyone, or download the app, the Podbean app, and it's all lined up for you. But leave your comments on iTunes. We would love to hear your comments, likes, dislikes. We're good either way. What you got for us, Sean?
Yeah, just make sure y'all follow me on Bougie Brother Sean on IG. Bougie, Bougie, Brother Sean. SEAN. Yeah, it's SEAN. So make sure y'all check me out, man. I got a lot of stuff on there. If y'all into the music like I am, man, trust me, I got that work on there, and you ain't gonna be disappointed. So check me out, Bougie Brother Sean, Bougie BOUGIE, Brother Sean SEAN. Peace.
Check it out, and we'll see you next time. And thanks for stopping by Car Wax. Later.
Peace.